for tonight.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup. On the pole will be Pat Abold in car number 69, alongside the points leader Kevin Thomas in 51. The second row, Jason McCord in number 4 and Brad Armstrong in 99. The third row, Dave Steele, car number 2, and Brian Tyler in 21. Back in row 4, it's Derek Davidson and Johnny Heidenreich. Row number 5, Tim Cox on the inside, Tony Elliott on the outside. The sixth row, Chet Phillip and Steve Cerniak. Row number 7, Ted Hines in number 6 and Scott Hall in 48. Row number 8, Brian Hayden in 26 and Matt Jewell in 18. The ninth row, Jimmy McEwen in 88 and Steve Anderson in number 4. And back in the 10th and final row, it's Mike Blake in number 81 and Greg Wilson in car 1X. Well, this is the wave lap as everybody here at Winchester has an opportunity to wave to the drivers as they get set for the big 30-lap feature.
Well, Bob, who are you going to pick?
I'll tell you, it's going to be real tough from what we have seen, I believe, for Pat Abold, who's starting on the pole to get beat. However, Jason McCord has been running very well here this evening. Brad Armstrong has already won this year here at Winchester. Dave Steele looked good in his heat race. So did Brian Tyler. I would say the winner is going to come from the first 6, but as to which one it's going to be, I have no idea.
I was going to say, you can't pick all those guys. That's not fair. Well, I think Brian Tyler, I don't think it's any accident that he has quick time. I think he's going to be very tough. The whole key is going to be to get through there very quickly, because you're right, Pat Abold should have a good chance to jump out and take the lead here.
Abold from Pinnellville, New York, was the 92 and 93 ISMA Super Modified Champion, the 1992 track champion at Oswego. Last year, he made 4 Silver Crown starts, had 2 wins, a 3rd and a 4th place. And last year in sprint car competition, he made 8 starts and had 8 top 6 finishes. Here we go. The 30-lap feature at Winchester is underway as the green waves.
And Kevin Thomas is not going to give that lead away easily. He stuck right in there, and he beats Abold through turn number 1. What a surprise to me.
Abold had a tough time getting off the corner, it looked like, as Kevin Thomas shot by him. Now Dave Steele is up to 3rd, as we also see, no, that's Dave Steele down on the bottom in 4th place, now taking 3rd from Brad Armstrong.
And look at the battle back there. They're 3 wide going down that back straightaway, and that's Tyler down on the bottom trying to move up.
Abold's car does not appear to be working very well. He still has some problems as we are on board with Jason McCord as he runs a high line. That's Anderson, rather Armstrong right ahead of him.
Armstrong way up near the fence. He got way high, almost touched the fence. And you can see he's got so much fuel in there, the car's actually bottoming out. That's causing him some problems right now.
Kevin Thomas is the leader of the race. In 2nd position is Dave Steele. 3rd place is Tyler. And now we go back to this battle, which involves about 4 cars. That's Abold up there on the left.
Yes, Abold's been able to hang on very well. And Jason McCord right behind him, trying to get around. And Armstrong is 3rd in that group right there.
4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, 8th, and 9th here also. That's Chet Phillip back there in the yellow car, who is running in 9th position. As we see Pat Abold holding off the challenge of Jason McCord at the moment, and right behind him is Brad Armstrong.
Boy, these guys are really in a battle back here. There's 6 of them, and they're just nose to tail trying to find a way to get around Pat Abold. Just cannot do it.
Boy, they're dicing all around through the corners, down the backstretch. Everybody looking for a way to get around. Here comes McCord now, but he still is not able to run down Pat Abold.
Jason McCord has tried running the high line. Pat Abold has moved way down. Remember earlier he told us that the front end pushed. Now then, he has started to pull away just a little bit.
Kevin Thomas has quite a lead here as we enter the 13th lap of the race. There's the interval between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Now here comes Dave Steele, who has his hands full with the 21 car of Brian Tyler. And now back to this battle for 4th on back.
Man, oh man, these guys are really going after each other. As we take a look down there, that's Hayden going down to the inside, trying to get around those guys.
And he did. He got around Jason McCord.
These guys battling each other, and that was not Hayden. I'm sorry, that's Derek
Davidson, his teammate.
Yep, his teammate. Those cars painted identical except for the numbers. Derek Davidson, the dirt track drivers are doing themselves proud tonight, believe me.
They sure are. Now on board with McCord again as he has Davidson ahead of him. Down the straightaway and into the corner once again. We're going to take a quick break from Winchester and be right back as 11 laps of this 30-lap feature have been completed. Kevin Thomas, your leader. Back at Winchester, and this battle continues. Look at this, 3 wide down there in turns 3 and 4, and Kevin Thomas and Dave Steele and Brian Tyler are right in the middle. Tyler has gone into second position now as he chases Thomas, but he's caught behind a slower car up top.
Kevin Thomas got caught between those two guys that were running slow. Tyler went to the bottom, got all sideways, could not make the pass. Kevin Thomas doing a terrific job, but Brian Tyler is really on the hunt.
Look at Tyler now. He comes off the second corner trying to get the good run down the backstretch. He didn't have the momentum, though, that he needed. There are the first 3 running high on the racetrack. That's Dave Steele running back there in third position as Tyler continues to hound and pressure Kevin Thomas. Let's see if he can do it this time. Nope, not this time either.
Kevin Thomas is doing a great job. He's running right in the middle of the racetrack. He's making Tyler either go above him or below him, and he's not giving him much room in either place. Tyler cannot get that big run off the corner, which is what he's going to try to do here. Thomas is just too strong off the corner.
And again, we've got slow traffic up ahead. There goes Tyler to the low side. He's going to try to pull the slide job and does. And Tyler takes over the lead. And now Dave Steele trying to take second position from Kevin Thomas, and he does.
Well, that's just a case where the experience of passing cars and lap traffic caught up with Kevin Thomas. He's so very good at that on the dirt, and on the pavement, he's not quite as good as these two veterans on the pavement.
So now it's Tyler in the lead. Dave Steele working the bottom side of the racetrack. Kevin Thomas caught back in slower traffic once again. So he fades right now in terms of being in a competitive position, but Dave Steele seems to be catching up to Brian Tyler. There's the interval between first and second.
Well, these two guys were obviously the favorites coming in here. They're the two real veterans on the pavement, the most experienced, the most wins. And right now, Dave Steele is doing everything. He's pulling all the tricks out, trying to catch up with Tyler.
Brian Tyler, originally from Parma, Michigan, now resides in Anderson, Indiana. Currently second in USAC sprint car and Silver Crown points. There is Dave Steele, who drops back just a little bit. He's originally from Tampa, Florida, now making his home in the Indianapolis area. And Dave Steele won the night before the 500 midget race not too long ago.
Yeah, Thomas still in third place. We take a look back, a little farther to back. These guys still battling each other. That's Armstrong right there trying to get around Cerniak. Cerniak's a lap car. Right behind him is Davidson, who's really been driving a nice race so far.
And you can see several cars are giving off some sparks. That's Tim Cox in the number 40 car, the purple numeral car.
And what happens is the brake pads get so hot, they start throwing off those sparks. When he steps on the brake, it rubs against that disc in there and throws off sparks. Either that or he's used all the brakes up and he's down the metal against that disc, and that could be also what's happening.
So now they get strung out just a little bit.
On board, oh, look at Cerniak. He's got a very, very loose race car as he's trying to keep up with these guys. But so far, he's getting lapped. We see a lot of cars still able. It seems to be going backwards, though. I don't think they've got all their problems solved.
Yeah, it looked like that his car just wasn't working from the very beginning of the race. Now Tyler comes up to lap Pat Abold.
And look at this. Steele is catching him in this traffic. And you can see the brakes on Abold's car very hot and red, too. But Steele had a chance to catch him right there in all that lap traffic. But Tyler got through there very quickly.
Here comes Steele to the bottom of the racetrack. Now laps that car and has clear sailing between himself and the leader, Brian Tyler, at the moment. But Steele just does not seem to have as much as Brian Tyler does tonight as the laps continue to click down. We've got just a couple of more laps to go. One more to go, as a matter of fact.
Well, Jack French, the mechanic on this car, he and Brian Tyler have really clicked since they've gotten together. They've done very well in the Silver Crown car and the sprint car race and the sprint car deal. So these two guys, when they communicate really well, they're top of the speed.
Here is the white flag lap. One more to go. There's Brian Tyler, and he appears to have things in hand now as he has a slower car of Tim Cox between himself and Dave Steele. Here comes Dave up to try to lap that car, but it's going to be all Brian Tyler as he wins at Winchester. And Brian Tyler, the two-time defending USAC sprint car champion, wins again.
30 laps, no yellow flags. That's almost unheard of at Winchester. Everybody here kept their nose clean, did a great job. very fast, very competitive race all the way through the top 10.
Fast is an understatement. Boy, oh boy, these cars just moving.